And I'm from New York City Emergency Management, and I'm an emergency preparedness superhero. So today, I'm here to talk about 4 ways to keep you prepared during emergencies. Now, I specialize in weather-related emergencies. So those are hurricanes, raining, snow, hail, tropical storms. A lot of these we see in New York City. So it's great to stay prepared. So, my hope is after I give you these 4 easy steps, you can tell your friends and family, and everyone can stay prepared in New York City. So, let's get started. But before we begin, I know many of you speak different languages. So, my special language, I also speak is sign language. So, I'm going to teach you 3 sign language references that you can show all of your friends and family to stay safe. So, let's start with batteries. I'm going to take my 2 hands, hold up some peace signs. I'll do bunny ears behind my ears and go like this. This is the universal sign for batteries. So let's do that again. It's peace sign, batteries. So we got that down. Now let's do emergency. I'm going to take my dominant hand, which I'm Ready Girl is left-handed, make it into a fist and shake it. So this is a small emergency and a big emergency. A small emergency and a big one. I hope you guys are following along. So our last one, we're going to do water. I'm going to take my hand, put my 2 fingers together, so I'm holding up 3, and put it against my mouth. So this is the sign for water. So now that we learned all 3, let's try them again. So let's do batteries. Let's do emergency. And big emergency, little emergency. And let's do water. I'm sure you guys are doing an amazing job. So let's get started to my 4 easy steps to stay prepared. So first thing is you're going to have the phone numbers of 3 family members or friends to know by heart. So if there's a case where an emergency happens, you are able to reach them. So just like many of you have in school, you have a blue reference card. Today, I have my white one, and I have my 3 family members that I have phone numbers to. So I know Aunt Jen's phone number, Uncle Rob, and Grandma. Just in case something happens, I can call them and we can figure out a situation and a plan to help me if there's a rainstorm or a hurricane or my power goes out and I need to reach them if my mom or dad or guardian isn't here in time. So it is extremely important to have your emergency reference card. And as I'll show you later, I keep that in my go bag, which I always keep in my house. So to recap, we need 3 phone numbers to remember from friends or family to keep us safe during emergencies. So let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is a really important one. So when emergencies happen, for example, I live in an apartment and my apartment holds 500 people. If the power goes out because of a fire or some emergency that happens, I need to exit my apartment. But what if my family members or guardians aren't with me? I have to go somewhere to know that we're all safe together. So I think of 2 meeting spots with my parents that we can all meet together if something goes wrong. So for example, I discussed with my parents that I live with, and you should too, we meet at the park down the street from my apartment, or we meet at the grocery store a little bit farther down. So those are both landmarks that both of us know in case something happens. So this is very, very important to know. You need 2 meeting places. And you can stick this sheet of meeting places with your emergency reference card in your go bag so everything is there and safe. So to recap, we need 3 phone numbers from friends or family to stay safe, and we need 2 meeting places to go to in case of an emergency. So we have our 2 things. Now we're going to go to my favorite, which I discussed before, is the go bag. Now I have my go bag right here, and I leave it right outside my door in case if something happens in my apartment, there's a fire or my power goes out and I have to leave, I have this and I'm always ready to go and I'm always prepared. So we are going to go through my go bag together and I'm going to show and explain to you the very important things I need in here. So let's open it up. So let's start with, very important, my first aid kit. I always need my first aid kit in case I get a cut or scratch or something happens to one of my friends and I need to help them during an emergency. So this is always great to have. Next, I need my toothbrush, my toothpaste, soap, a bag of toiletries that I can keep with me just in case I go to someone else's house. So if I use my reference card and I call grandma and I'm supposed to stay with her after a power outage in my apartment, I am all set to sleep over because I have everything. Because I don't want to be using grandma's toothbrush. That wouldn't be fun. Next, I have my flashlight. I also love to keep my flashlight on my utility belt to make sure I can see in case the power goes out or something happens where I'm in a dark and cloudy area and I need to see what's going on. So this is always great to have. Next, you get a little bored sometimes if you're in an area where you don't know and you're waiting around maybe for the power to go back on. So I always keep my Ready Girl comic book with me at all times. It's a great read and I have so much fun looking at all the pictures inside. And I can show my friends and my family too all how to stay prepared also by reading this comic book. So this is great to keep around. Next, I have my favorite teddy bear. I love keeping my teddy bear around because sometimes I get scared when things happen like this. If there's a big fire in my apartment and I have to leave, I don't really know what to do and I'm a little nervous. So this helps me keep calm and ready to go at all times. And I can also give this to my friends or family if they're feeling unsafe too. So that's really important. Next, if anyone knows what this is, it looks a little crazy, but I will try it on for you. A rain poncho. A rain poncho helps if there's a huge storm, there's rain, so I can stay nice and dry because there's not always a place where you can stay under umbrella or in a house. So this is perfect to have. And it has a hood, so I am all ready. Next, I have my toiletries, I have this. Something very important that we know to have right now in New York City is a mask. We always like to keep this on to keep ourselves safe and keep others safe to prevent spreading the coronavirus. And this also comes in handy because if the weather is super foggy or stormy, it might be a little difficult to breathe. So this mask will definitely help with air circulation and it saves everyone around you. So always keep a mask on hand. I also have a Ready Girl mask that I keep in here too to match my outfit. Next, now this might look like a giant ball of tinfoil and you're saying, Ready Girl, what is this? Wow. What if I told you it was an emergency blanket? This blanket keeps me warm if it's really cold outside by trapping in my body heat. So I stay nice and warm if it's really cold. So I may look a little crazy, but it's perfect to have when there's rain or snow and it's freezing outside and I need to keep myself warm. So after you're looking at these items, I encourage you guys to have a Ready Girl bag too. I mean your go bag. This is my Ready Girl bag in case something happens. So I have all of that stuff. I also have, which is very important, my radio. And in case your cell phone goes down or there's no cell service, it's always important to have a radio with you and your family to communicate with them. So, because my iPhone doesn't always work, and I don't think it always works for everyone else too. So, this is my go bag that I keep. As I said before, I keep it in my house. If there's anything else that you and your family you think should keep in your go bag, you should let Ready Girl know, and you should let your friends and family know. And also, I miss it my Ready bag. I always keep beside me a bottle of water to stay hydrated and some snacks. And you'll learn a little more about that in the next step I show you. So let's recap. I went over the emergency reference card to have 3 phone numbers to remember of friends and family in case something happens. We have 2 emergency meeting spots in case I have to evacuate my house or apartment and I need somewhere to go with my family. I have my special go bag, which I keep in case I have to evacuate and I need to go somewhere else. And now the 4th option, this option is my at-home preparedness kit. In this, similar to my go bag, I have a lot of things. I have a first aid kit, I have a flashlight, I have a radio, all that I can use in my apartment, but I also have some more fun things. Of course, I have water, but I have a lot of non-perishable food and snacks. This means that I don't need to heat it up or keep it in the fridge for it to be okay for me to eat. So, for example, I love pizza, but I don't think it would be very good to keep a stinky slice of pizza in my box all day. So, I have some goldfish, I have some granola bars, I have little snacks that I can give to my friends and family, so we'll stay safe and we'll stay full, because you never want to be hungry during an emergency. So this is perfect to have. So I just shared all of my 4 steps to stay safe during an emergency. So let's go over the 4 one more time. So first, you need 2 phone numbers to keep, 3 phone numbers, I'm sorry, to keep with you to call your friends or family in case of an emergency. This is also found on your emergency reference card. Second, you need 2 meeting places to go in case you have to evacuate your house or apartment and you need a safe space to stay until you can find your friends and family. Number 3, is keep a go bag ready by your door in case you have to evacuate, so you have all of the necessary items in order to do that. And number 4, which I just showed, keep your at-home kit stocked safe with snacks, water, a radio, a flashlight, anything you need to stay safe and comfortable at home while the power goes back on or an emergency gets settled. So the reason why I'm showing you all of these, I'm sure you guys are great listeners. So I hope that you share these items to your friends, your family, so they can stay safe too. So I'm so happy that you guys joined me today. And I'm so happy that you learned these steps that you can share with everyone else. So I hope you guys stay safe and ready in New York City. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
Hi all, thank you so much for attending our radical presentation this Saturday morning. If you have any questions or requests, feel free to email us at readynewyork@oem.nyc.gov. I'm going to put that in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us.